It's been 10 years since the iconic Xbox 360 was replaced with the Xbox One back in 2013. So it's been 10 years now since Microsoft had a console that you could argue was better than its PlayStation rival. The Xbox Series X and Series S are the fourth generation of Xbox, and after the PS4 comfortably sold the most during its lifetime, it looks like the trend of PlayStation massively outselling Xboxes will continue for another generation. Currently, around 36 million units of the PS5 have been sold, compared to just over the 20 million mark for Xbox. Recent reports show that Microsoft's gaming revenue fell by 4%, whilst Xbox hardware revenue declined by 30% in the latest financial quarter. There was some bright news on their gaming front, with Microsoft achieving $1 billion in revenue from their Gamepass subscriptions. And then there's Xbox Game Studios. So back in 2019, Microsoft Studios was rebranded to Xbox Game Studios, which would be the parent company of all the studios Microsoft owns. Since 2018, Microsoft has acquired Compulsion Games, inXile Entertainment, Ninja Theory, Obsidian Entertainment, Playground Games, Undead Labs, Double Fine Productions, and ZeniMax Media, which owns 8 studios including ID Software and Bethesda. The Xbox Game Studios' aim is simple: produce high-quality console-exclusive games that can compete with PlayStation. Because every time a new PlayStation game drops, whether it's Ghost of Tsushima or God of War Ragnarok, PlayStation-exclusive titles have a knack for picking up a stupid number of awards. And not only do exclusive games bring prestige to the console, but it also means more people want to buy your console because, you know, I can't exactly play God of War Ragnarok on my Switch. 2023 should be a big year for Xbox, with big name titles being released. Titles such as Fable, Forza Motorsports, and Starfield have all been earmarked as the titles that could potentially change Xbox's fortune around. However, Xbox Game Studios has already stumbled at the first hurdle following the release of Redfall. Redfall was developed by Arcane, who developed Dishonored and Prey, and of course is owned by ZeniMax Media. From being described as rushed, unfinished, and unsatisfying, the latest Xbox exclusive offering has not only let fans down, but also Xbox head Phil Spencer, who was disappointed and upset with himself after the reaction the game received. And of course, all this disappointing launch does is add more pressure onto Starfield, which will be Bethesda's first game since Microsoft bought the studio. With Starfield first being announced back at E3 2018, the game's release is highly anticipated, especially since it's been delayed twice now. Starfield is set to be released September 6, 2023, and there's no doubt the pressure is on for this game to deliver. However, away from all of this, to me it feels like Xbox isn't even trying to deliver a worthwhile console experience. I'm not even going to talk about how Microsoft has absolutely butchered the Halo series, a series which used to be their crown jewel, now reduced to a free-to-play shooter that is lost in the FPS shuffle. The question on my mind is, has Microsoft given up on Xbox? So recently, Phil Spencer, who is the CEO of Xbox Game Studios, caused a little fuss on social media when he commented that we're not in the business of out-consoling Sony or out-consoling Nintendo. There isn't really a great solution or win for us, and I know that will upset a ton of people, but it's just the truth of the matter. Now, I don't care what anyone says, but no company, especially a company like Microsoft, is content with being in last place. So when I first saw these comments, it felt like this was pure PR in taking the sting out of the fact that both the Nintendo Switch and PS5 have left Xbox in the dust this generation. But anyways, during this interview with Kinda Funny Xcast, he was asked if Xbox had lost its focus when it came to the console market. Spencer replied, "We want Xbox to be something that people who buy our consoles can feel like they are a member, who are playing on PC, who are playing on Xbox clouds, that they feel like they're full members of our ecosystem." It feels like Microsoft as a whole is much more focused on cloud gaming and of course Game Pass. Back in January, Microsoft announced that there were 120 million active users during the last quarter, which is a pretty impressive statistic. With the focus on Game Pass and cloud gaming, as well as getting games added onto the service, which is a big reason as to why the company is doing everything they can to buy Activision Blizzard despite the UK messing those plans up, Xbox looks like it's being relegated as an afterthought. I'm very intrigued as to what the future holds for Xbox and if we'll ever see the console return to its former Xbox 360 glory days. So far, everything seems to be indicating that this could be the beginning of the end for the American console. Let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking about all of this. Has Microsoft given up on Xbox? Don't forget to subscribe, especially as 96.6% of all my viewers aren't subscribed to the channel. Catch you in the next video. Peace.